Like and subscribe right now or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. If you haven't seen part 1 of this series, we advise you to go watch it first and then come back here, as this is a continuation. That being said, let's look at 20 more unique animals. Number 20. Sunda Colugo. The Sunda Coluga, also known as the Sunda flying lemur, are native to Southeast Asia, ranging from Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia to Singapore and Indonesia. Despite its name, the Sunda flying lemur isn't actually a lemur, and doesn't fly either. One wonders how people came up with these misleading names. Instead, the Sunda Colugo glides around from tree to tree, where it spends most of its life, and where it also chomps down on fruits, flowers, and other various plants. Number 19. Blue parrotfish. What is unique about this specific fish is pretty easy to see. They are colored in a brilliant blue and are almost invisible when swimming near the water's surface, though they mainly live in and around coral reefs in southern Brazil or the Bahamas. When caught, they almost always seem surprised at how this could have happened, as they happen to have almost the same blue as the waters they are found in. They are very pretty, aren't they? Number 18. Glass frog. Now that we think about it, it's not that creative of a name. The reason why this frog is considered to be a glass frog is that their underside is covered with see-through skin, which you could look through to see their organs. Scientists still aren't sure why these frogs have see-through skin on their undersides. It is assumed that the camouflage pattern on their back, however, helps the males protect their offspring by confusing predators trying to get to them. If you would like to look at this frog yourself, you will have to search for it in warm climates in Central and South America, in countries like Mexico. Number 17. Southern Darwin's frog. You can take a guess as to who the first person was that discovered the Darwin's frog. Any guesses? Of course, it was named after the famous Charles Darwin when he found it in Chile on his famous world voyage on the HMS Beagle. The reason this animal is so different from other frogs is that it has a unique camouflage system to deal with predators. This frog has a nose that resembles the tip of a leaf, and its colors fit into the leaf description too. With its brown and green body, the Darwin's frog can fit perfectly into its natural habitats. When threatened, it will lay on the ground and look like a dead leaf, which is incredibly effective against predators. Number 16. Japanese spider crab. The Japanese spider crab is an animal that, if we met in real life, we would just back up slowly and not look back. Because, weirdly enough, these crabs look a little like oversized spiders to us, but we think that might not be the case for other people. Either way, this is one of the largest arthropods ever found. Well, until now. Who knows what the future holds? Out of all of the arthropod families, this crab is the largest, and one of the biggest ever caught was 12 feet across and weighed 42 pounds. It lives in the waters around Japan, as its name suggests. It gets eaten as a delicacy in some regions, but is widely protected and overfishing is prohibited. Number 15. Sun bear. This bear may look lovable and harmless, but it is anything but that. With its large canine teeth, strong jaw, and long claws, the sun bear is one of the most dangerous animals to be encountered in the jungle. If that wasn't enough to make it seem dangerous to you, there is more. This bear is also known to be exceptionally aggressive and may attack you without a cause. Climbing a tree when getting attacked by one won't work with any bear, but it especially will not work with this one. The sun bear is the most tree-living bear among all bear species, and are excellent climbers who will outclimb you any day. Number 14. Spiny bush viper. For us, the spiny bush viper looks like a small dragon. Do you agree with this opinion? And for a snake, this one looks rather endearing. Unfortunately, like most snakes, this individual is also venomous and should not be approached under any circumstance. Endemic to Central Africa, this snake spends a lot of time in trees, waiting for prey, which includes lizards, birds, and frogs, which is when they will lunge at them and inject their venom. Number 13. Dik-dik. The dik-dik is a small species of antelope that lives in the bushlands of eastern and southern Africa. and they receive their name from the females that make a repetitive sound when they feel threatened. Can you imagine what kind of animal names we would have if we named them by sound? Dogs, for example, would be called woofs or barks, while a duck might be called a quack. Overall, though, this small antelope is sure cute to look at. Number 12. Naked mole rat. Many of us probably had our first encounter with a naked mole rat in the famous animated series Kim Possible, where Kim's friend Ron had one of them called Rufus, simply because he was allergic to all pets imaginable. The truth, however, is that naked mole rats don't really make great pets because their upkeep is labor-intensive and demanding. The mole rat lacks pain sensitivity in its skin and has very low metabolic and respiratory rates. Adding to that, the mole rat also has a resistance to cancer and oxygen deprivation. Overall, this is a very interesting animal to look into, even though it may be hard to look at. Number 11. Pink fairy armadillo. The pink fairy armadillo was first described by Richard Harlan, who was an American zoologist back in the year 1825, meaning that we have known about this species of armadillo for quite some time already. However, we still don't have enough data about it to confidently rank it on the conservation status scale. We simply don't know enough about it to tell if it is an endangered or threatened species. What makes this animal so unique is the color of its shell, which is, as its name suggests, pink. The reason for this color is that a network of blood vessels runs underneath, which can be seen through the armor. Number 10. Maned wolf. To be clear, maned wolves aren't actually wolves. These long-legged, oversized dogs belong to their own genus and are only distantly related to wild dogs, foxes, wolves, and all other canid species. They are lonesome animals with big ears who, unlike many other hunters, are omnivorous. In fact, some experts believe that vegetables make up more than half of their diet. Parts of Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, Bolivia, and Peru are home to maned wolves. Number 9. Okapi. Not many fossils for the okapi were found, so the information we have is scarce, but most scientists agree that this animal is quite old. Some people may go as far as to say that the okapi is the oldest living mammal left on Earth. That, however, is not the only thing that makes them unique. To find out what else is special about the okapi, you simply have to take a look at it. They're also very weird looking, resembling a cross between a deer, a zebra, and a giraffe. And in fact, they're the only living relative of the giraffe. Number 8. Giraffe weevil. What do you call a giraffe mixed with a flying insect? The giraffe weevil. As you may be able to tell, the giraffe weevil derives its name from its extended neck, which resembles that of a giraffe. However, only the males of this species have a truly long neck. The long neck is an evolutionary adaptation that assists in nest building and fighting for females and territory. What may surprise you is that the giraffe weevil is also a flying beetle. Can you imagine this bug flying towards you? Fortunately for us, giraffe weevils can neither sting nor bite. Number 7. Pacu. So, who was going to tell us that there was a fish out there that had human-looking teeth? No one? Alright, well, the pacu is actually related to piranhas, and their only difference is their teeth. Whereas the piranha has sharp, pointed teeth, the pacu has human-looking square teeth that are used to feed on plants and the like. However, the pacu also grows larger than the piranha does. Overall, we really don't like the uncanny resemblance to human teeth. Number 6. Tarsier. The tarsier is one of the animals on our list that is an absolute delight to look at, don't you agree? Tarsiers can be found on the islands in Southeast Asia, specifically the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei, if you'd ever like to go look at them. The thing that many people notice first about this animal is their large eyes, which are actually just as big as their brain. And in some cases, their eyes are larger than their brain. This requires the tarsier to have unique skull anatomy to support their large eyes and heavy head, to be able to balance themselves while waiting for prey. Number 5. Saber-toothed deer. This is an especially interesting looking animal, as there are quite some differences on this creature than from the deer we know. The most obvious one is that it has sharp tusks instead of antlers on the top of its head. While eating, the deer can retract these teeth into a position where the teeth don't get in the way while the deer chews food. When in a fight with another male, this deer may push its tusks forward to seem more intimidating, and in order to also do more damage in a rival match for territory or for a female water deer. Number 4. Shoebill. Many people that see a picture of this bird find that it looks quite terrifying and not very friendly at all. One of the most fascinating things about the shoebill stork is the way it moves, so get ready for some scary facts. This bird is able to stand perfectly still for hours on end, while winning a staring contest against anybody who would be foolish enough to try. Thankfully for us, this bird eats mainly fish, frogs, water snakes, and the occasional turtle or rodent. If you'd like to go bird watching for this specific one, you need to travel to Eastern Africa, and especially the wetlands near the Nile. However, we would advise against this, as you would also find snakes, crocodiles, and aggressive hippos. Number 3. Goblin shark. Thankfully, this animal lives in very deep waters, far away from humans. Not only that, but these sharks feed mostly on fish, crabs, and mollusks. It is also said to be a poor swimmer and has bad eyesight, which makes it completely harmless to humans. This is backed up by the fact that there are no reported incidents of goblin sharks attacking humans. It might be harmless to humans, but that doesn't mean it is any less scary to look at. The shark has the ability to dislocate its jaw in order to be able to catch prey in front of it. Number 2. Giant isopod. Ah, another nightmare animal. Well, here we go. Though harmless to humans, the giant isopod looks like it came straight from a sci-fi movie, in which humans encounter a dangerous alien and end up fighting them with all they have. From the top, they may just look like an oversized underwater beetle, but seen from the front or underneath, they seem a little creepy, don't you agree? The giant isopod species is native to the cold and deep waters of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. And knowing that they can only be found in cold and deep waters adds just another factor of fear into the whole mix. Number 1. Ai. This lonesome, tiny monkey is not only one of the ugliest animals on the planet, but also one of the most peculiar. It is exclusively found in Madagascar and is 14 to 17 inches in length. It has wide, gazing eyes that are orange or tan in color. The animal also possesses the third finger that it uses to dig into cavities created by its teeth and take grubs out. The ai is threatened because natives see it as wicked and kill it on sight. Although ai are difficult to keep in captivity, they may be found in a few zoos throughout the world, including the Cincinnati and Philadelphia zoos in the United States, as well as the Bristol Zoo in the United Kingdom. Well, what did you think about this list? Do you think we missed anything? If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be the first to be notified when we post. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.